a new feature that we added for our referral trees. So within the contact record, you can go to your connections, and inside of your connections, any of your connections that you've got, you can set them up as referrers or referrals. So George Washington referred Gregory Freeman and Jim Smith. Okay. I can come in here and I can say, just show me my referrals, and I can do that. Up here in this upper right corner is a little hidden gem, which is the referral tree, so that you can see for George Washington who all did George refer to me and who did they refer to me, those referrals. And it just kind of goes down and down and down. So you can get an entire tree of all your people and who they referred. That's great information, but you might also want to know, how much is George Washington worth to me as a client? And so I showed off how you can use the lifetime value fields. You turn that on and it will show you the breakdown of all the different people, of how much they're worth to you individually or as a group. So in this case, George Washington referred Jim Smith. Now, Jim Smith individually didn't buy or sell from me. I've not gotten anything from Jim at all, but he referred Anna. And Anna didn't do anything, but she down the road, down the road here, till we finally get to Abraham and Kendall. They've done volumes with me, and on down and down. So those numbers kind of move up. So technically, Jim's didn't give me any individual lifetime value, but his referral did, of about 21,000. And if I look at George, he did individually 28,000, 28.5 individually, but his referral network gave me 35,000. And so for his entire branch, him as a individual is worth about $63,000 to me in business. Okay, so that's all been there. The challenge with that is the fact that you've got to come in here into the lifetime value. Anytime you're receiving money, you would have to add a lifetime value piece in this, and then you'd have to put in the number. So if I come in here and say there was a buyer commission, I could put in an address, I could put in a value, say $5,000. I could link it to a property transaction or whatever and save that, and it would put it into the list. That's fine and dandy, and maybe you need that to kind of catch up on things, to manually do stuff. But now, with that routine piece that we just showed on the update party members, I can also update the lifetime value. And what this does is, if the party member type is either buyer or seller, and I may need to expand this to other options, I need you guys' input on this, but if it's a buyer or a seller, then I've added the ability to have the lifetime value, net value, that comes from the commissions area. So if you're using our commissions structure and you're having it calculate the commissions on everything, the net commission that you receive can now be put in as that lifetime value entry automatically, and update that record. So in this case here, let me go to one of these that I've done here. So on Hampton, if I go to Hampton here, my party members on this, I've got a buyer, which is Brett Hopwood, and I had run that routine to do the updating of the address. So it took this address, and if I go into Brent's record here, you'll see that that address is in as the primary address. Whenever I look at this, the old address that was in there is still listed there. If you wanted to delete it or do whatever with it you want, I may maybe offer an option to delete the old address, but it does list it as old address and leaves it in there as an old address. But now if I come over here to my lifetime value, you'll see that it put it in as a buyer commission, the address, and the amount. This way we take that same information and we're putting it in there and getting that lifetime value piece in there without having to manually put it in.